KJ, we're homeless. Is that funny? We thought for sure we were gonna buy this home, and we're totally surprised that the house appraised for only $2.1 million. Purchase price of this home was contingent on an appraisal. Yeah. Even though it's my dream home, it's just not smart to buy it. You know how much money we put in this mother? I swear I told Corey I was ripping every last mother flower out of this house.
Every last
mother flower. Kendra's on Twitter saying, you know, we don't pay her. Sweetie, I'm gonna post every last mother picture of my Amex charges to prove that I do not pay people.
Girl, please cut the bullshit and just tell people you had to move back to your townhouse because your credit wouldn't allow you to get this house. Just tell it like it is.
Welcome to the hood.
Sweetie said this area, Kandi, is... What? She was scaring me. Where Kandi's new house is located isn't the safest area. So when I got off the exit to go to Kandi's house, I locked my doors.
Yep, the swimming pool.
An indoor pool. Well, you don't need sun, so that's perfect. Well, if I was black, I'd have one inside my house, too.
Kim is my girl, but I'm not really feeling some of the remarks that she's making. I mean, I don't know if it's because right now I'm living in my dream home, and her dream home is turning into a nightmare.
You're really going through it this season. Where are you living now?
We're in my townhouse. Our house is almost finished being built.
You're building a house?
We bought a foreclosure. A builder had, like, kind of half-built it.
So you're moving into that house at some point?
The summer.
We got a lot of questions about this. Crystal from Shreveport, Louisiana said, Kim, what was up with insulting Kandi's new home and neighborhood? Don't you think a real friend would be happy for friends?
Okay, look, I really stay north of Atlanta, and I really don't leave my house. So as I'm driving to Kandi's new house, Sweetie was like, she's like, that's a bad area. So Sweetie's just telling me these things. Like, I didn't feel like I was not happy for her. Her house is really, she's got two houses, like one here, one here. She's like, wait till I show you the next house. Like, we were trying to get through it. It was very, very, very hot. And, but I wasn't bashing her home.
Kandi?
When you first got out the car and you first made the comment about Sweetie told you to lock your doors when you got out, I was kind of like thrown off right then.
I was just trying to ask you, like, Sweetie's telling me this, like, Kandi, what? I don't know where I am.
Yes.
And it's that innocent.
But
like,
then it was like, it kept being little stuff here and there. It's like, I cannot remember exactly what it was that had irritated me, but there was some things that I was like, should I be offended right now?
You've said before that you think Kim's a little racist.
That is crazy.
Yes, I have.
Why do you think that?
You know, just by some of the things that Kim have said, you know, over the years that we've known each other, I just felt like she was, you know, racist. And you know what? It could either be racist or ignorance. Because sometimes when people don't know, they just don't know. You know, they may say something or make a joke, and, you know, me or these ladies are African-American women, we may feel offended, but she may not know.
You know, being on a show with all African-American women, you know, I say one wrong thing, and it is magnified by 1,000,000, and I'm racist, and I'm not. I don't see color, and I never have.
Christine from Pittman, New Jersey said, Kim, can you admit that you did steal the name Cash from Kandi since everyone saw Kandi discussing that name before you named your baby?
I'm so glad that we get to address this. I'm going to start by saying this to Kandi. The name was just going to be Cash from the very beginning. And I have emails and I have paperwork to show you exactly what I'm talking about.
I could have sworn I had mentioned it to you that, you know, I wanted to name my child Cash.
You never showed me Cash's room, as you said in your blog.
The room that they showed with all the little buttons on it, that's the room that I told everybody that was Cash's room. Not to say that you can name your child whatever you want to.
But still,
I would have assumed that you would have been like, oh, that's something I was thinking about too. So yes, I was pissed originally because I did feel like.
But for you to continue to say that I stole your name, you should have probably picked up the phone and confirmed with me. Let me see my papers to show you real quick.
You and I had not even been talking.
It doesn't matter. Like, if people are telling me
we had not talking at all. Okay, we had not talked in months.
Croy's like the bailiff.
So here's an LLC document showing you that on April 14th, I put Cash Cade's name into an LLC. I also have an email on March 22nd. I want to do this to Baby Cash's walls. This is to my decorator.
Okay.
Okay? So if you said to me, this is Cash's room, I said, who? What? That's not what I'm naming my son. And if you don't think I saw your room and you told me that on camera and they didn't air it, you're out of your mind. And you and I both know that.
You said I'm out of my mind about what?
If they showed me, if you said to me on camera, this is Cash's room.
Right. No,
you don't think that they would air that and then show me having a baby?
Well, please understand, I definitely was asking them to look it up.
So are you...
So regardless of whatever, this is what I'm saying to you.
I felt like she took it from me. But if she didn't, it doesn't really matter because that's her
I
child's
didn't.
name
I
now.
didn't. And you can
Right.
name your son that should you ever have
No,
one.
I don't. You own that. That's what you got.
So
That's
now
your
you're
name.
done. You're not going to name.
Yeah, I'm
Your
done.
son's
I
name.
stopped being mad about it a long time ago because that must be a hell of a coincidence, and me and
Because Sean
Kim
knew
must
that-
have
that
a
I
lot
was-
more in common than what I ever have known.
When you left, you said, I have no friends here.
I don't really have.
Well, that
I have
seems.
friends.
So you didn't consider Kandi a friend? She started your music career. She hung out with you a lot.
Kenny and I had a friendship for sure, and it dissolved. I think because of the show, we were sometimes forced to almost communicate about things instead of kind of picking up the phone. And that's just one of my traits that sucks, that I just don't kind of deal with things. I just cut it off and just keep it moving, and it's, you know, something I guess I'm working on.
Kandi?
I'm good at not communicating well either. Like, if you're not saying nothing to me, then I ain't calling you. You ain't call me, I ain't call you either. We had a lot of great times. We had a lot of fun times. I think, yeah, we did have a lot of things in common, and we clicked. I think our issue was when it came to the business, we never worked it out or communicated. There was no secret that we hadn't really had that same connection that we had in the beginning, so I was just like, oh, okay.
Next up, we got so many emails wondering if you two will ever be friends again. Thomasina from Tulsa, Oklahoma said, Kim, if you could redo anything in the past 5 seasons, what would it be and why?
I wish I communicated more with everybody, I think, throughout the entire 5 years. And, you know, express myself a little bit more. You know, your first season, you're real raw. You don't really know what's going on. When Nene was like, I got this pilot we're doing, and I was like, oh, okay. It's called Ladies of Atlanta. I was like, this sounds like a porno. Like, this is crazy. Like, what am I doing? And we were just kind of having fun with it. And then it turned into a show. And then it turned into a really big show right away. You kind of get catapulted into this lifestyle that you just kind of were not used to living. But I don't have any regrets. It's been a great 5 years. I wouldn't trade anything.
We got so many emails, and we get this every year, wondering if you two will ever be friends again. What do you think?
You know, I would never say never, but I just think that we're both in 2 different places in our lives.
What do you think?
I think so, too. I think that, you know, we've been through a lot. I've known you for a very long time. I mean, I knew her at the gym. And it's been a great ride. I wouldn't have my husband. I wouldn't have my 2 sons. I wouldn't have half of the things and the excitement that I live today. I think she probably knows me better than anybody sitting here today. And to start this together and kind of end it at this road, in the back of my mind, I do think that at some point, I mean, if I saw her at a restaurant, I'd sit, you know, probably sit down and have a glass of wine. I said to my husband today driving here, there's always this level of respect between Nene and I, no matter what's going on, that, hey, like, we knew each other before this, and we were kind of, like, just living our lives, and then all of a sudden, we're doing all this, and all this stuff's going on, and you know, she's in Hollywood, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that, so I think we make each other madder than anybody else, but then on the flip side of the coin, I think if anybody is really genuinely happy for me, it would be, you know, Nene.
Nene, do you want to give her a hug goodbye?
Please. That's fine. Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
That would be great.
Oh, gosh.
That's Joe Malone.
Kim, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kandi. I really
to see you.
appreciate it. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye,
Kim.
Kim
Bye, honey.
Zolciak-Biermann.
Bye, sweetheart. Kim
Kim
There she
Zolciak-Biermann.
goes. The wig has left the building.